New on BullMoon Tarot. Water signs. These are the messages from the ambassadors of water. I didn't explain that very well in the air message. These are the energies that are coming through from the ambassadors of the elements, okay? And for water, that's going to be Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And what I mean by from is that this is what's available from that element, okay? And it's available to everyone. Okay. We've got the Knight of Cups popping up, water, right there. Interestingly enough, when I did the air reading, which I did first, the Knight of Air popped up, which is swords. So water, you're my second reading, and you're getting the Knight of Cups as a popper. I'm going to put it back in. If it's meant to come out in the spread, it will. I also did a 9-card spread for the air element, so I'm going to do that here for you guys as well. I didn't see it. The 9 of Swords. Uh-oh, are we worried? What are we worried about? Alright, no more pop. See, this happened in the air message as well. Lots of jumpers. Lots of jumpers, and the cards didn't want to come easily. The Magician, that popped up. That was actually in the spread for the air message. And there is the Magician again. Wow. Okay. What messages do we have for water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for Gemini season. Okay, that feels good. Alright, your underlying energy. There's that 9 of Swords. This is moving into the present. This is heading into the future. Okay. And I will get up and check to make sure everything is looking in the frame here in just a moment. Okay. Your next row, you have the 2 of Swords. I'm sorry, 2 of Wands. At the heart of the matter, you have the King of Cups. The 4 of Cups, which also came up for the air message, but it came up down here, one position lower. You have the Queen of Cups. That came up in the air message exactly in that position. So, look, it's not because I just really want you to watch the air message. What I'm saying here is there's some similarities from one reading to the next. And what that tells me is the energies that are consistent among all of the elements. Okay? And now you have the Knight of Wands and the 6 of Swords. Okay, let's make sure everything's looking real nice in the camera there. It could be better. Yeah, okay. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, so the 9 of Swords. Let's talk about the 9 of Swords up here. And I'm going to bring it in so it's a little bit easier for you to see. And zoom in on it. There we go. The 9 of Swords is, at its simplest, key term would be nightmares. Okay? Your worst nightmare. Okay? And it's usually a projection, something that we're worried about in the future, because if we're live and present in the moment, then we're not worried about the future, okay, because we're focused on the present. So the word I want to use for this is worry. What are you worried about? You have the moon coming up right here. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This would be, I think, a card for Cancer, as well as Pisces. It depends on the deck, but the moon is water energy, and we know, because of our moon sign, it is about emotion, okay? And this is the water message, so it doesn't surprise me that this comes up. But there is something very interesting about the moon. The moon is also about what's not as easily seen, okay? So it can sometimes refer to secrets, okay? And you have the worry card right in front of it. So what information that you don't know is stressing you out, okay? That's my question. Now you have the star. This is beautiful. I love this. This is the card for Aquarius. The star is going for your vision, right? So Aquarians are traditionally kind of idealists because they want the best for humanity, and that kind of lends to the ambition of this card, which is to heal and to rise to the occasion, rise to the occasion, the grand occasion, right? Okay. Now you have the Two of Wands right here, which talks about a decision. Okay, you got to figure out which way to go. Okay, you have the King of Cups coming up at the heart of the reading, which is also water energy, and he is the masculine divine and master of his. He is the masculine master of his suit, which is emotions. Okay, that would mean like still waters run deep. Okay. You also have the Queen and the King. Hang on, let me focus it. You have the Queen and the King right here of the same suit. Okay. Here you have the Four of Wands. I'm sorry, Cups. And the Four of Cups talks about disappointment. Okay. She's not satisfied with what's being offered or whatever is available to you. You're just not digging it. Okay. All right, now we have the Queen of Cups right here, and she is the feminine master of the suit of cups, which is emotion. Okay. And that's what you guys are. That's what water is. Water is about emotion. And you have the Knight of Wands right here. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. This is the Knight of Wands. And he gets a bad rap for being a playboy, okay? So he goes and he does what he wants to do because it inspires him, because he enjoys it. But on the flip side of that, the drawback there is that you may not be paying attention to things that are a little bit more important than what is right in front of you that you enjoy, okay? Because not everything in life is something that we enjoy, unfortunately. And you have the Six of Swords coming up right here. And this would normally be the advice position, which I did not really bring up very much in the air message, but I'll tell you something that I did tell them. Okay. We'll come back to the Six of Swords. Okay. From here to here, on the corners, everything on that side is the past, and then everything on this side is the future. Okay. All right, so let's talk about it. Certainly on the top row, you've got the Nine of Swords, the Moon, and the Star. These are two major arcanas, and you've got worry coming up right in front of them, okay? But with the star coming in at the futurist most outer edge, I feel good about that, because it means you're going to rise up to the occasion. And okay, for your second row, you have the Two of Wands, the King of Cups, the Four of Cups. So surrounding this kind of King of Cups, which is the heart of the matter, if you will, you have a decision to make in the past, and then in the future you have disappointment. Not because I'm telling you you're going to be disappointed, excuse me, but that there's gonna be some energy that may make you feel slightly uncomfortable in the near future, okay? As related to probably the decision that you made back here. Okay, now your last row, you have the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Six of Swords. She's all about being perfectly in tune with her emotions and wielding it with class and grace. And he is all about adventure and doing whatever the hell he pleases. And then you have the Six of Swords coming up in this position right here, and that would be like taking what you can get out of a situation and just moving on. Okay, it's the journey card, right? Okay, with that said, now to look at your columns, you have the Nine of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. So if you were going down, you say worry, decision, and being at peace with yourself. You have the Moon up here going to the second column, which is kind of mysterious. You don't really, it's emotional in nature. It's what is unseen. You have, again, emotionally fine with yourself. And then you have adventure, okay? Then you have the Star, some disappointment, and taking what you can get and heading out, okay? Now, I would normally clarify first with the vice versa deck, but I picked up the the Crystal Visions deck, and so I'm going to go with it. That's what we've started with on our reading here. And so I'm clarifying with the same deck, at least for right now. So this has got some really good energy going from the Queen to the King to the Star. You've got some uneasy energy coming up around, kind of surrounding the King of Cups there. And this too. And I'm feeling like we're going to clarify that King. We've got the Page of Swords, okay? It can be about needing more information. And with these coming up and this coming up, I'm thinking this is about needing more information. Let's go one more from the Crystal Visions deck, and then we'll, I'm thinking the vice versa tarot will be good for this reading. Let's see here. Okay, so which of these does not belong? And in my opinion, it's going to be that Knight of Wands, because it just doesn't make sense why it's there. That one right there. The Tower. So it's about doing something completely different. One more. The Magician. Look, I knew that Magician wanted to come out. Alright, so I clarified and I got two more major arcanas here for you, which is the Tower and the Magician. The Magician is about manifesting muscle. Okay, he is Mr. Manifester. And let me hop up here and we'll focus in on it for you, because I want you to see that he has the wand right there, the pentacles right there, the swords right there, and the cup right there. Okay, there is nothing the Magician cannot create. He's also known as the Master Manipulator, and that gets kind of, so if this is an individual in your experience that's central to your storyline right now, then there may be some manipulation coming your way. But that's not really what I'm seeing here. because we have the Tower. And so this talks about change. Usually sudden, drastic change that makes us feel very uncomfortable. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, okay? Sometimes we have to bring the Tower down to transform anew, okay? And with the Magician and the Tower coming out kind of basically together, this is, you're going to be manifesting a completely different way of doing something. This, and the star says that as well. Like I kept telling you, it's like rising to the occasion, right? You're going to be pulling from the depths and stores of your energy and creation and manifestation, courage, and all of it, and you're going to attempt to move it in a particular direction. I just grabbed the vice versa here, so I'm interested in the direction that you're gonna take this energy. Let's talk about the star. That's where I want to see this clarifier kind of come up at, is the star. Where is this big push towards, where is this energy going? Within. That's the Hermit. This is the traditional side of the card. Let's do this for you. Okay. He came up in the reverse. The non-traditional side. You are going within in a completely new way. You're letting go of some old stories that you've been telling yourself for a long time. And these just popped out. So that's the Emperor, which talks about control. It's also the card for Aries. And that is the Strength card that also popped up for you. Both major arcanas. Also the Hermit is a major arcana. Okay? So I'm going to show you the Emperor. There you go. That's the back side, or the non-traditional side. And that is the front side, which is the traditional side. Okay. And he is rock solid. Okay. He is steady Freddy. He is usually unmoved by most things because he's sitting on his throne. Okay. And he's got everything he needs right here with him. He can manifest anything he needs. So can this guy. Okay. So he can manifest anything he needs, and so can this guy. Okay. And here's Strength, which is also the card for Leo. Okay. She's got to have an incredible type of strength, a different kind of strength, like a quiet confidence about her to be able to open the jaws of the lion and not come back with a bloody nub. You know what I mean? It's very big, momentous energy for you guys, but it feels good, and it feels like you might be a little topsy-turvy, but I feel like you're gonna find your strength and hit your stride towards the end of the month. Okay, let's go ahead and get you a postcard from Spirit. It's about having faith in yourself. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Dearest you, Since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built, yes? A good solid foundation and yet flexibility too, in case of earthquakes. Truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it is built from a solid base. Okay? One sec, lost. Whether it be an idea that takes form one step at a time, or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of this because you might need a little encouragement to see this as true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly, as well as do a general site check to ensure your hard work is being well supported. Do this and know you are building your life on a perfect and solid foundation that will allow you to welcome the many miracles waiting to come visit. We're so happy for you and so intrigued by what you're building. I am too. And the Tower card supports this, like, I mean, you can't line that up any better. And you've got strength, the Emperor, the Magician, you've got the Moon, you've got the Star, you've got the Hermit. All of that is a very powerful energy, and you're going to be pushing through, pushing up, away from some negative energy and into some really transformative, positive energy in the very near future, okay, guys? That's what's coming through for today. I hope those messages resonated with you. And that is all we have for the water message for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next video.